in Class 4A. He averages 167 yards a game. And obviously the Badgers are going to need to try to limit him.
And coupled with that, they've got a really great quarterback as well. Isaiah Savoy, I think that's his name.
So Isaiah Savoy is the running back.
Is the running back, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. Their quarterback, Gavin Lamangalo, has thrown 13 touchdowns this year, and it's looking good. So, okay, Prescott is kicking off actually tonight, and they're kicking off down, and we are underway here in the Class 4A playoffs. Reception at the 10, and the kick returner brings it up to about the 31-yard line, and that's where Apache Junction's going to start, right on the 30. 1st and 10 for the Prospectors.
And Jason, I really think that one of the keys in the game tonight is the time of possession that each team has. I really think whichever team wins the time of possession is going to win the ball game.
Definitely, and I'll tell you what, we've got two very balanced teams. When you think of a 10 and a 7 in the playoffs, this is what you're getting, a well-balanced game between two equally strong foes. 1st and 10 on their own 30. Thanks for joining us here on KYCA Prescott, K278CN Prescott at 7 o'clock. We are underway, and there's the handoff up the middle. Bounces off a couple of tackles, has got the first down and more, and already Savoy has gotten about a 17-yard gain, a first down, and they're near midfield.
He not only can run the ball well, he can get off of tackles, would-be tacklers. The Badgers are going to have to really wrap him up.
Absolutely. Savoy this year, 1,675 yards, 24 touchdowns, one shy of our own Cody Leopold with 25 on the season. 1st and 10, about the 46-yard line for Apache Junction. Early in the game, no score. Lamangalo with the handoff now up the middle again, and this time the Badgers are ready, and they stop him right at midfield. Didn't see who that was. Savoy again, picking up about, we'll call it 4 yards, about 3 yards there.
I would say that Savoy is probably, when they call a running play, he's about guaranteed about 90% of the time he's going to have the ball.
He's got a great physique. We were seeing him taking receiving and passing on the sidelines. He is a large kid for a running back. Tall is what it is, but already showing early power. 2nd and 6 now right at midfield. Out of the shotgun, there goes the run right up the middle. Savoy again, the Badgers ready, but he still manages to get about 4 yards on the play.
Cross midfield, looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 2. So
going to be interesting to see what they can come up with, because they have a very good passing attack as well. Could be anything this time. Out of the shotgun with 2 wide right. He's going to pass. No, he gains it right up the middle again, and this time Savoy right up the middle and a first down at the 40-yard line, and this time about a 6-yard gain, and they're moving the ball.
Again, they overall, about 70% of their yardage during the year has been on the ground and about 30% through the air. So they really rely heavily on the running game.
1st and 10 at the Badgers' 40-yard line, no score. Savoy up the middle once more, and this time he is going to be finally gang tackled, about a 6-yard gain. Wait a minute, looks like the ball got loose, but I think he was already called down. With a pack of Badgers. And that's going to be about 2nd and 4, 4.5 yards right there as they pick the pile apart.
So far, every play they've run on this drive, Jason, Savoy has gotten the ball.
6 carries, 5 carries, 36 yards already. Averaging 7 yards a carry already, and now 2nd down, 4.5 yards to go. Loaded backfield out of the shotgun. Lamangalo sweeping left this time, taking the ball. The Badgers were ready, knocked him right out. Now, what a hit right there. Cody Hanna with that hit right there.
Just a quarterback run around the left end towards the Apache Junction sideline, and it's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
Now an interesting spot for Apache Junction. They're on the Badger 34-yard line. Savoy, the Badgers have not been able to stop. He could easily get a first down here. One wide right, one wide left, out of the shotgun. Handoff right up the middle to Savoy, and he falls, but it looks like they're going to give him, oh, it's going to be close. He didn't quite make it to the 30. Depends on where the spot's going to be, and Kelly, that looks real close.
Yeah, you wonder if the referees are going to call for a measurement here.
No, it's 4th and 1, and they're going quick. There goes the quarterback sneak up the middle. He's got it. First down, and the Badgers finally bring him down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, the Badgers are going to have to really strengthen the defense. It'll be interesting to see throughout the course of this first half what kind of adjustments the Badgers make defensively.
Not even a try to throw so far, but now at the 25-yard line, anything's possible. Two wide right, the prospector's in the gun. 1st and 10 at the 25. And it looks like Lemon Gallo kept the ball this time, I think.
You're right, he did.
Finally spun down by the Badgers, about an 8-yard gain, I think we're going to call it. Just inside the 20, down to about the 18. Landon Francis with the tackle, according to the PA announcer.
2nd and 2, ball on the 17.
Kelly, this is a tough Apache Junction team. It's looking real good so far.
And they're not doing anything that we didn't expect.
Yep. That's the thing. They did it well. 2nd and 2 at about the 18-yard line. Out of the gun to Savoy. He makes it to the line of scrimmage. First down to about the, we'll call it the 11-yard line. So he got about a 5-yard pickup right there.
1st and 10 at the 11. They're just running right off tackle, both on the left side and the right side.
And they are running the clock down. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score, but the Apache Junction on the move. Quarterback keeper along the left-hand side. Badgers ready for it, and they pull him down, but he still met Lemon Jallo about 4 yards on that play.
Obviously, Jason, in a ball game like this where the rushing game is so important, obviously the line play is even more important in the type of game that's going on here.
And you're looking at the line. When you see a quarterback sneak go 5 yards, that says something right there. Long, nearly cuts his first pass by Lemon Gallo, and he's complete. He gets it down to about the 1-yard line. Can't quite see who that is that caught it. Valenzuela, I believe. Ben Valenzuela. There we go.
It is number 7, Ben Valenzuela.
And we'll call it about a 7-yard gain. I think he's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be
third and short. Holy cow. If they pick up, well, they're within about a yard or two of the goal line, so 2nd and 1. 3rd and short. Bowling into the, oh no, the Badgers held the line. They're going to call him down at the 1.
But I do think that'll be a first down.
That'll be enough. Savoy on the carry. They're going to give him about a yard on that one. And are they going to give him the first and goal?
Yeah.
So they got 4 shots at it from the 1.
Yeah.
Lamangelo, the touchdown. And the Prospectors are on the board with 5:44 remaining in the first quarter. And the Badgers, well, they did, like you said, Kelly, they did exactly what the Badgers expected them to do, and they did it well.
Yes, they did. Just really running, even very few plays around the end. Everything going right through the line on the running game.
Here comes the snap and the extra point right down the middle, and that's good. So, with 5 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the first quarter of our first playoff game, it's Apache Junction 7, Prescott nothing. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here on KYCA's coverage, and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
Boy, they took over.
And here we are back here on KYCA 7-0 Apache Junction. Kelly.
They took over 6 minutes on that drive, so already the quarter is halfway over.
And as you said, it's time of possession in this game because you've got 2 grinding teams. And now the kickoff, was that a attempted onside kick?
That was an attempted onside kick, and I think the Badgers recovered it.
Sorry, folks, you turn away for 1 second and then they pull something like that. So not sure. It looks like they're lining up again. It looks like they're going to try this again. The ball probably, it looks like it didn't make it 10 yards.
You're right. And so that's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Apache Junction. So rather than kicking from the 40, they're going to be kicking from the 35.
Okay, so again the kickoff, 7-0 Apache Junction. 5:44 remaining first quarter. Prescott's offense coming out for the first time in just a few moments, but from where, we'll see.
Will they onside kick again here?
Now if they do that, that's guts. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and the kick, and this time right down the middle and straight up. Here come the Badgers, picking it up at about the 23-yard line, over to the right-hand side, nothing doing there. And the Badgers are going to get started on their own 30-yard line, just like Apache Junction did in their first possession.
It will be interesting to see how well the Badgers run the ball. I felt going into the game that the Badgers had to have a pretty decent running game to have a shot at winning the ball game. So we'll see if the Badgers can answer that Apache Junction touchdown.
So we're looking at in the backfield, there's Cody Leopold. He was injured a few weeks ago and used sparingly last week for 2 touchdowns against Mingus. But there he is in the backfield, and he gets the first handoff over the left-hand side, right through the middle of the line, and finally up to about the 40. We'll call Cody Leopold. I think they're going to give him the first down on that. It's going to be real close.
Really a good off-tackle play on the left side. The line really opened up a hole for him. So it looks like they're going to give him about 9.5 yards, Jason.
Not as close as you can get without a first down, but what an exclamation mark on your first carry tonight. So Leopold looking good so far. Badgers in the Wildcat position. Quick throw over to the left-hand side, and it's caught. Didn't quite see who that is. Still on his feet across midfield, down to the 40, to the 35, and hung up. And finally brought down at about the 33. Uriah Tenette.
It was just a pass out to the Badger side of the sideline, and he did the rest, really.
About a 26-yard pass right there for Tenette. And right up the middle we go. 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Nothing doing there. Leopold, no gain on that one. And I didn't catch, I think that was Jackson Rice who threw that pass.
You're right. It was Jackson Rice.
Rice has done some great work tonight, this season so far for the Badgers, and I'm telling you, the Badgers have a whole lot of weapons behind that line, but so far they're able to move the ball on Apache Junction. Yeah, Rice with 1,186 yards passing this season so far. And now we've got a quick call on the field, an official timeout for a moment here.
Yeah, I'm not sure the reason the officials blew the whistle.
Never know. It could have been an equipment.
I think you're right. It was an equipment situation.
Tonight's game, by the way, is brought to you in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District. Every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit this season by going to PrescottSchools.com. 5 minutes, 24 seconds remaining, and time is ticking down. 7-0 Apache Junction, but the Badgers on the move already. Looking impressive so far early in this possession. 2nd and 10. There's the handoff to Leopold up the middle. Nothing doing. They were ready for him that time. And this time, Cody Leopold's going to get thrown for a loss, about a yard.
Yeah, it's going to be bring up 3rd and long, and the Badgers really in this ball game don't want to face too many 3rd and long situations.
Nope. They're going to be forced to pass. Leopold looks like I'm not sure he's back there right now. The Badgers going wide out over on the right-hand side here. And now another official timeout very quickly. Could be a substitution issue. You'll have to forgive me, folks. I know most of these players by their name, but not by their number, so we're just going to do our best here. Jackson Rice in the backfield fades back. Far pass over the middle and way over the head, unfortunately. I think he kind of got hung up there.
You know, they're in a situation, the ball's sitting on the 35-yard line. They're almost, you wonder if the Badgers are going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down, even though it's 4th and 10. They're kind of they're in a situation that's too long for a field goal and too short for a punt.
And Jackson Rice going for it. 4th and 11 here on the 35. Quick pass over to the left-hand side, caught, but this time shakes it loose, almost down and caught him behind the line. Nothing doing there. 9-yard gain, but on a 4th and 11. And the Badgers are going to turn the ball over on the 26-yard line. Didn't catch who that was on the...
Yeah, it was hard to see who caught that ball over there on the far sideline in front of the Badgers bench.
Looks like that was number 34 or 35.
Might have been Wyatt Wirtz.
Yeah, Wyatt Wirtz there, I think, caught that one. So 9-yard pass, but not good enough. So back to Apache Junction with a 7-0 lead and 4:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Cody Leopold held to 8 yards of carry on 3 carries. Savoy comes in here with 8 carries and 45 yards so far on the ground.
Boy, the Badgers have a lot of people in the box right now.
1st and 10, fades back, quick pass, way down there, and wide open is number 7, Ben Valenzuela, and he's going to score for Apache Junction.
I just mentioned, Jason, the Badgers had a lot of people in the box. Is that area just 3 yards in back of the line of scrimmage? We only had one person behind all that, and obviously Apache Junction picked up on that. And, boy, number 7, Ben Valenzuela, was all alone, and it was a picture-perfect thrown ball. By Lamongello, and 13-0, pending the extra point.
Just that fast, and he was all alone, not even close. 13-0, and the crowd is going crazy along with the band, and now right down the middle, and now it's 14-0 Apache Junction with 4:11 remaining here in the first quarter down at Apache Junction High School. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Hey, it's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals, with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
And we're back here at Apache Junction High School. Jason Zenzaletta, Kelly Cortez, 14-0 Apache Junction. And I'm going to tell you, Kelly, I'll tell you, that quick strike where you're expecting a whole lot of runs has taken the wind out of the sails of the Badgers just a little bit.
Yeah, and the Badgers need to take this kickoff and march it down the field and get back in the game.
Here we go, the reception at the 15-yard line and around the left-hand side. There goes Number 4 for the Badgers.
Jake Hilton.
Jake Hilton gets it returned back up to about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Badgers in their own territory, and some spots to make up. Folks, tonight's game sponsored in part by House Chilson and Associates Insurance. They're your local independent agent since 1973. Be sure to call them today or next week, 928-445-4600, another fine Badger sponsor. Well, 4:04 remaining in the first quarter, and just like that, it's 14-0.
Yeah, coming into the game, the Badgers could ill afford to have quick strike TDs.
Yep. Quick throw over on the left-hand side, first down, and that's number 17. Makes the catch, doesn't get any further. And that was caught by number 17 for the Badgers. Let's see, that is...
I believe Elijah Edwards.
Elijah Edwards, thank you for that. We're getting there, folks.
So it's going to be a 2nd down and about 4.
So about a 6-yard pass there. 3 for 4 tonight for Jackson, and 41 yards there. This time the run over to the left-hand side, I think that's going to be enough for the first down. The Badgers are going to make it. It's going to be close depending on the spot there, and that looked like
I think that was Uriah Tenette
yeah,
running the ball.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, number 9, Uriah Tenette, tenacious T. And now we've got an AJ player down on the field at about the 25-yard line. So we're going to take a quick moment here as both teams kind of move off the field, and we'll see where we're at. The ball is spotted right at the line, and I'm not sure if they're going to give him the first down or not.
It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to be, what do you think, 3rd and 1?
A very close one. So we'll go ahead and give Tenette, we'll say about 4 yards there.
Ball sitting on the Badger 33-yard line.
And the prospector player back up real fast, so good to see there. Uriah Tenette got the reception. We'll call it, oh goodness, we'll call it about 4 yards there. So two receptions, 30 yards for Tenette tonight.
They did give the Badgers a first down on that, so it's 1st and 10.
Okay, thank you, Kelly. We're trying to keep an eye on things here. Fading back to pass once again, and under pressure over around the left-hand side, and they find, oh my goodness. Yep, here come the flags. That has got to be either a horse collar or a face mask.
It looked like a face mask. The play was completely clear across the field in front of the Badger bench from our viewpoint here. Obviously, going to be a 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage, it looks like. We'll see what the
way his head snapped back like that, no doubt about it. And obviously, face mask against Apache Junction, going to be a first down and a 15-yard penalty. So intentional or otherwise, and of course, very rarely is it truly intentional. You just have a slip of the hand, and there it goes.
Right. So the ball's sitting at the Badger 46-yard line, very close to midfield.
So here we go again. The Badgers moving the ball. 3:07 remaining here in the first quarter. 14-0 Apache Junction. The Badgers have got to make something happen here. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Flag on the play. Leopold with the handoff. He's going to get about 3 yards, but we're going to see what that flag is in the backfield.
The head linesman on this side of the field threw the flag.
So let's see what they say. Was it a false start or?
I haven't seen a signal yet, Jason.
Well, the linesman is pointing toward the Badgers.
Yeah.
Here we go.
False start.
False start, yep. So that'll come back, and 1st and 15 for the Badgers. Leopold looking really good tonight, considering that he was sparely used last week, but 2 good touchdowns for him last week to bring him up to 25. But you know, with the playoffs on the line, he's going to be used. So 1st and 15 for the Badgers on their own 43. And another flag on the play. A quick pass over to the left falls incomplete. So we'll see what that flag is. Again, false start. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. You wonder if Apache Junction might decline the penalty. With it being 1st and 15, it'd be 2nd and 15.
See, yeah, they've already put the indicator to 2nd down, so I think that's a, well, hang on a moment. Nope, they're going to mark it off.
They're going to mark. Going to be 1st and 20.
Fully marked back at 37, 1st and 20.
Okay, you can't make too many mistakes like that in the playoffs.
No.
So 1st and 20 for the Prescott Badgers.
You know, they moved the ball back. So I think Apache Junction declined the penalty.
There we are. Okay, so.
I think it's 2nd and 15.
Yep, yeah, there it is, 2nd and 15.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, no more of that. 2nd and 15 here for the Prescott Badgers. Fading back is Jackson Rice, looking quick over to the right. He's brought down immediately after catching the pass, and that would be number 12 for the Badgers, Cole Gross.
I'll tell you, very good pursuit on the part of the Apache Junction secondary. Once Cole caught that pass out in the flat near our side of the field, boy, they were right on him immediately.
So now the officials are conferring at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and about 14 yards here on the Badgers' 42-yard lines. Folks, tonight's game sponsored in part by the Yavapai County Food Bank. They're making a difference since 1992, and don't forget Thanksgiving is next week, so be sure to give them a great big turkey and all the trimmings. Make a donation today. Visit yavapaifoodbank.org. 3rd and 14 on their own 42, fading back to pass. Here comes long pass down the middle on 2, and there's a flag on the play. I think they got pass interference.
I think there's defensive pass interference, Jason, which will be fortunate for the Badgers.
Okay, that was number, 17, I think.
Levi Van Dyke.
Levi Van Dyke he had 2 guys on him and very nearly made the catch, but still got the flag thrown, and that is going to be another Badger 1st down with 2:05 remaining here in the 1st quarter.
Now in college football, it would be 1st down at the spot of the foul, but in high school football, it's a 15-yard penalty from the original line of scrimmage.
Yep. Okay, the Badgers now in AJ territory at about the 44-yard line. A quick throw over to the left-hand side, caught by the Badgers at about the 36. And enough, Jake Hilton, about a 12-yard gain. That's going to be enough for a 1st down.
You know, Jason, the Badgers right now are finding some room about 5 to 10 yards down the field on either side of the field out in the flank situation. And hopefully the Badgers can continue doing that.
1st and 10 Badgers. Oh, a handoff fumble on the play. And he went right. I think that was Leopold.
Yeah.
And AJ comes out with the ball. Oh, my goodness. And now the Prospectors have the ball back. On a turnover at the line of scrimmage, and now the Prospectors have the ball on their own 30, 1st and 10, a minute and a half to go in the 1st quarter. Wow.
I don't think it was a smooth exchange at all.
Yeah.
And I don't think Cody totally had the ball as he approached the line of scrimmage.
After the play, the ball was marked on the 30-yard
line. Wow, okay, so we're going to give Cody about no yardage on that one. Cody Leopold was looking good to begin with. He's had 4 carries for 8 yards tonight. Ineffective to some extent for Prescott. But now 1st and 10 for the Prospectors. The way they've been moving. Quarterback keeper on this one right up the middle, and the Badgers finally take him down. Lamangalo about 8 yards on that play, maybe about 7.
One of the problems going on here, Jason, is that on 1st down, the Prospectors are picking up 5 to 8 yards on 1st down. And the Badgers are going to have to do a better job stopping them on first down.
Yep, 2nd and 5 now, 5-yard gain on the quarterback keeper, Lemongallo in the backfield once again, and he's going to keep the ball once again as well. The Badgers, they pick it up real fast, and he gets about 2 yards on that one, so 3rd and 3.
In fact, Cody Leopold was the one that made the tackle on the prospector quarterback, and it is going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Good to see Leopold playing both sides again, and obviously doing a lot better from that injury from a few weeks ago.
Yes.
40 seconds to go, the first quarter ticking away with the Prospectors a 2-touchdown lead right now, and 3rd down and about 3. Big 3rd down, handoff to Savoy, who's got a first down and more. Savoy about a 7-yard gain and up to about the 45. That'll be a first down.
For the audience out there, for the year, Savoy averages 7.2 yards a carry.
Well, he got 7 on that one, and 52 yards so far on today on 9 carries. So we're still looking at about 7 yards. I think they're going to let the time tick down, and we're just about to the end of the first quarter, thankfully. And now Prescott has to regroup and hopefully get the ball back. Well, they're going to stop the clock at 9 seconds right now. 1st and 10, and they're going to let the clock, nope, they're going to go ahead and let the clock run. So we're going to be here at the end of the first quarter. Our score from Apache Junction, the Prospectors 14, the Badgers nothing in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter of the Class 4A state playoff first round game. We'll be back after a 30-second break here on KYCA right after this.
Prevent your gutters from getting filled with pine needles and leaves, creating gutter overflow, causing damage to your home. Hello friends, Travis Stedman here with Arizona Seamless Gutters. Before the leaves start falling, get Gutter Topper installed on your home. Arizona Seamless Gutters has set the standard in rain gutter industry for over 30 years, and Gutter Topper is the #1 pine needle and leaf stopper, and it's only available at Arizona Seamless Gutters. Put your ladder away this fall and give us a call, 778-1818. Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality products, people, and service you can count on.
That guy landscaping and maintenance services.
Back at Apache Junction High School, second quarter about to get started, and the Prescott Badgers are down 14-0. Kelly, this is a prospector team that is basically been able to do just about anything they've wanted to do here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and again, as I was stating earlier, the Badgers are going to have to get some stops on first down. Continually, the prospectors are faced with 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2, and Badgers are going to have to do a better job at stopping them on first down.
So here we are now, 1st and 10. They're on their own 45. The Prospectors, Lemongallo in the gun, Savoy in the backfield. Calling their names a lot tonight. Here's the handoff to Savoy right up the middle, and this time gaining only about a yard.
Good job by the defensive front and the linebackers of the Badgers. They gang tackled him, and that's basically the only way to stop that running back is gang tackling.
He is a tall kid. I mean, he's done a great job this year for Apache Junction. His stats this year, 1,675 yards, 24 touchdowns. He's also scored an interception and a sack on defense. Big kid and obviously fast and tough. 2nd down and 9 for Apache Junction. Lemongallo now pressured in the backfield. He's going to try and throw, and he's going to run, get very little, maybe about a yard. Lamonjo. Sorry, folks, we're trying to figure this out, but Lamangelo, thank you, Kelly. I'll get there one of these days.
That's not an easy name. It doesn't really look like that.
Well, they're going to give him about 3 yards on that play, and they're right at midfield. 3rd down and about 6.
I would say 3rd and 6.
And now, wait a minute. There's a penalty on the play.
Oh, yeah.
And that ball is coming back after the takedown.
I didn't see the referee's signal on what the penalty was.
Obviously, a personal foul of some sort. Could have been a hold. With the quarterback coming out of the pocket, and they're going to put that ball on the 30-yard line. Holding against the Prospectors.
Yep, you're right.
Second down and about 25 yards to go here in opening in the second quarter, and for the first time, Apache Junction's in a little bit of a hole.
It's a good opportunity for the Badgers here.
Quick pass over to Savoy. He's nothing doing there. The Badgers bring him right down at the. I think he lost about 5 yards on that play.
Great pursuit. They tried to throw a pass out in the flat, the near flat, towards the Apache Junction bench, and I'll tell you, the Badgers really did a good job in pursuit. And you're right. I think they lost about 2 yards.
3 yards. Cody Leopold on the tackle there. 3rd down and 28 yards. But we know that they are deadly at long range. So let's see what happens here. See if Prescott can spread it out just a little bit. 4 wideouts for Apache Junction here. And Lemongallo going to run around the right-hand side, around the left side. Nothing doing. The Badgers probably gave him about 5 yards, about 10 actually. But that wasn't nearly enough.
That's going to be 4th down and about 17, 18 yards. So the punting team is coming on the field for the Prospectors, and this will be the first time the Badgers, Jason, have stopped them.
And it was a good stop, too. I mean, when it came right down to it. Lemongallo, by the way, 9 rushes, 37 yards for him today. 3 passes for 78 yards and the touchdown. And now let's see what the Badgers can do. The Badgers receiver back on the 40-yard line for Prescott. The punter for AJ standing on about their own 21. 10-11 remaining here in the second quarter. 14-0 Prospectors on an absolutely gorgeous night. Fumbled snap, but he's still going to get the punt away. Good punt right down the middle. And they're going to let it bounce this time. It's going to go down past the 25, and AJ's going to take it at about the 20. Good punt for Apache Junction, about 40-plus yards there. 46-yard punt. Wow.
The Badgers probably should have called for a fair catch there, but especially on natural turf, you never know how that ball's going to bounce.
That's true. So, folks, we want to thank you for joining us tonight here on KYCA. Tonight's game sponsored in part by Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. So much more than just a hardware store at 846 Miller Valley Road in Prescott. 1st and 10, Prescott Badgers. And here we go now. A quick officials call the whistle, and again, something doesn't look right.
Well, I know the chain gang hadn't got set over there. The chain gang is over there in front of the Badger bench.
Whoops. They think it's going the other way.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring those chains over just a little bit better in terms of Prescott. Okay,
Yeah.
There we go. 1st and 10 Badgers on their own 20-yard line here on this beautiful night down in the valley. Here we go. It fades back to pass. Jackson down the middle and right there. Good completion right down the middle. 1st and 10. I believe that's Jake Hilton.
Jake Hilton was wide open in the center of the field. He ran down about 15 yards on the left side and then broke to the middle and caught the pass. Good 1st down for the Badgers. 1st and 10. What do you think? The Badgers have it on about the 32?
Oh, about the 37.
37-yard line.
16-yard gain there. 1st and 10. Jackson in the gun, hands off to Leopold, and they're ready for that one. And Leopold loses about 4 yards on that.
Yeah, the whole defensive front for the Prospectors really penetrated through the Badger offensive line, and Cody didn't have a chance. He got the ball and was immediately hit. Going to be about a 2-yard loss.
Cody Leopold, 5 carries, 6 yards. One of the major weapons for Prescott so far being held by Apache Junction, who has a 2nd and 12. Another handoff to Leopold, this time right down the middle, and they finally bring him down after about a yard.
Again, another 3rd and long situation coming up. Going to be 3rd and about 11.
You get the feeling that they were in shock after that touchdown pass. They've gotten over it, but they've still just moving a little slower than they came out.
Yeah.
3rd and 10, long pass for Jackson, complete.
Oh, that's going to be close to first down.
Yeah, right at the line. And you know what? It looks like they're going to call it by about a half an inch over the line. I think they're going to give him that first down on that one. Yep, first down.
Another good pass play out into the flat in front of the Badger bench. So the Badgers have got it 1st and 10 at their own, we're going to call it 47.
Jackson Rice, 7 of 9 for 81 yards so far. And here comes the run over to the left-hand side on first down, about a 12-yard gain. Couldn't quite see who that was.
I think that was Uriah Tenette. He caught the pass out in the flat and made a good gain. The ball sitting at the Prospector 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Jackson Rice at 93 yards passing tonight. Unusual for Prescott, as they're usually a ground game, but Leopold in the backfield, Jackson Rice in the gun. 9:16 remaining here, second quarter, 14-0 Prospectors. Hand off to Leopold, up the middle and crashes into the line. Maybe got a yard out of that once again. And it'll be 2nd and 9.
One of the things I've been impressed with the Prospector defense, Jason, is their linebackers are quick. They really come up and fill the holes.
Yeah, they plugged that one real fast. Leopold has had no place to run up the middle. 2nd and 9. Leopold 8 yards on 7 carries tonight. And again, up the middle. This time he breaks it loose. Here goes the Dreadnought. First down and more around the right-hand side. And this time Leopold puts an exclamation mark on it. First down, and we're going to give him about 15 yards on that one.
Good blocking on the right side of the Badger offensive line. Ran again off tackle. The other 2 times he's run off guard. That time it was off tackle, and it really picked up some good yards.
And the Badgers finally putting together a good run right now. 1st and 10 on about the AJ 24-yard line, and now a quick whistle. Timeout called for the Prospectors. So, folks, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Olson's for Healthy Animals, where good enough just isn't, in Prescott, Chino, Dewey, the Verde Valley, and Flagstaff. And also, don't forget, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Badgers alumni Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. A familiar name there, Kelly.
Steve and I have known each other since we were about 7 and 8 years old. His dad and my dad were longtime friends. You know, his dad ran the wholesale dealership in Prescott for a long time.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So,
and by the way, a big shout out to your dad. We're hoping he's listening tonight.
No, he's sitting over there in the stands across the field from us.
Of course he is. It's Cal Cordes. Of course he's here. What were we thinking? Well, I'm glad to see him out and about for a playoff game.
Yeah.
I know he's been missing at a couple of games this year, but always thrilled to see him out on the stand.
He's here tonight.
Second and where are we at? 2nd and 10 for the Badgers here on the AJ 24-yard line. They're moving the ball finally. Let's see if they can make something of this one tonight. In the gun, there's Jackson and the Wildcat. And McKelvey actually get quarterback, and he's going to gain maybe a yard that time.
Takes it up the middle.
Going to bring up
Kean McKelney?
Yes. Kean McKelvey.
McKelvey, excuse me. 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Well, they thought they had a first down, but on the markers, they were a little off on the scoreboard there.
Yeah.
6 minutes to go here in this first half. 14-0, but Prescott trying to make something happen here. Here we go. Quick pass over to the left-hand side. Caught, and the Badgers move it forward. That was
Jake Hilton.
Jake Hilton again. And I think they're going to say about a 6-yard gain on that. 3rd and 2.
Probably a little bit more like 3rd and 3 coming up. The Badgers really need to cash in here. I don't know if the coaching staff feels the same way I do, but I almost think this is 4-down territory here.
Oh, absolutely. They got to make something happen here. So they got 2 shots at it, 3rd and 3. Quick handoff to Leopold, nothing doing there. Although he carries 2 or 3 tacklers on his back, I think they're going to give him about 2 yards there, right down to the 20-yard line. The 15, he's at the 15-yard line. So
It's
now
going to be 4th and about 1 or 2 yards. It's going to be 4th and 2.
4th and 2, and the Badgers, of course, going for it here. They've got to. Nobody in the backfield. It's Jackson all alone in the gun. And he takes the ball himself along the right-hand side for straight ahead, 1st down and more. Finally, they bring him down, and oh my goodness, he very nearly got into the end zone.
Cody Leopold lined up in the Wildcat formation, and they hiked the ball right back to him, and he took the ball all the way down to about the 3.
They're not waiting here. 1st and goal for the Badgers. Hurry up offense. And I think that was Leopold again, nothing doing this time. No gain there.
He tried to run off of right tackle just like the previous play, and the prospectors would not have anything doing with that.
Apologies, folks. We're trying to call the right numbers. Kelly's got better eyes than I do at this point. So, okay, 2nd and goal for the Badgers, about the 3.5-yard line. 5:10 remaining in the half. Leopold again on the Wildcat. He's going to make it through. I think he got in. Touchdown
Badgers.
Woo. Cody Leopold. Touchdown number 26 on the season, a 3-yard carry.
Boy, the Badgers needed that. They're back in the ball game now, Jason.
And Leopold finally looking like his old self. He had an 8-yard carry right off the bat and nothing for a while, and now he's up to about 40 yards rushing and an all-important touchdown. So here comes Cole Gross. Almost automatic here. We've seen him, I think, miss once this year for extra points. We'll see if he can pull off another one here. There's the snap and the kick. Right up the middle, 14-7. Prescott Badgers, 5 minutes, 3 seconds remaining here in the first half, and the Badgers now within 7. Apache Junction 14, Prescott 7. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Frame your family. The Frame and I will get your photos off your phone, print and frame them so you can enjoy them in real life. You have some great pictures on your phone of family, friends, animals, and great places you've been. The Frame and I will print and frame them to be enjoyed every day. Your photos make your house a great home. See the things you love every day with a framed gallery wall of photos. We'll help bring it all together for you. Hi, I'm Ida. Come see me and the rest of the family at the Frame and I, the best friend artwork ever had, 229 West Gurley, downtown.
Happy birthday for Brianna!
All right, folks, 14-7. The Badgers finally on the scoreboard. And I tell you, Kelly, that was an impressive drive all around, no matter where you look at it from.
It was about a 70-yard drive. It was a time-consuming drive. And the only time I've ever seen defenses in football score is on safeties. When you are having the football and you have a time-consuming drive, that means the other team not scoring.
That's true. That's true. Only time I've ever seen a defense outscore an offense consistently was the 1985 Bears. So there you go. Here comes the kickoff from the 40-yard line, and we're underway again. Long kick right down the middle. Apache Junction takes it at the 10 and right up the middle. Here comes the receiver. He shakes off a couple of tackles, and he's got an opening along the right-hand side. One Badger misses a tackle, another one across midfield, and finally knocked out of bounds. And Apache Junction gets the ball on the Badger 44-yard line. That was a return of about 55 yards.
That was the Apache Junction quarterback that ran that back. That was I'm still having a hard time pronouncing his name.
Lamangalo, I think, or something like that.
There you go.
They're going to put him at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. And with Apache Junction moving the ball like they are, short field is going to be greatly to their advantage on this one.
Yeah, the Badger defense is going to be tested. Hopefully the Badgers can rise to the occasion like they did on the last Apache Junction possession.
Yep. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Lemon Gallo hands off to Savoy. Nothing doing there. The Badgers catch him and knock him back for about 2-yard loss right there. Savoy, wow. Savoy got off to a great start, but the Badgers have had his number, and right now Savoy, 8, 9, 10, 11 carries, 51 yards. He's been held in his last 4 carries to a grand total of 7 yards.
The guy that made the tackle was number 72, Landon Francis. He made a great play.
Oh, Landon read that perfectly. So 2nd down, about 11, maybe 12. Lemon Gallo back to pass, throwing on the left-hand side, caught, and the Badgers knock him right out of it, right outside. My goodness, you can feel that up here practically.
Yeah, and I'm trying to read the number. I think it was number 12, Ruben Solano, who made the hit and knocked the prospector player out of bounds and then helped him up.
That's right. Knock him out of bounds first.
Yes.
Then help him, you know. Lemon Gallo with, let's see, 4 passes complete, 4 for 4, about 85 yards. That 174-yard pass.
3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7. Big move for the Badgers here. They run everybody, and here comes the run along the right-hand side. Lemon Gallo trying to pass down the sideline. And caught. I think he got it, even though the Badgers went right into him on the coverage. No flag, but it doesn't matter. He's got the ball. And there's a flag back at midfield. Hold everything. Lemon Gallo was moving along the right-hand side. The pocket collapsed, so this could be a hold.
That was the type of play where there is usually a hold, and then the prospective players are marching back. So I think you're right, Jason. It's going to be a holding penalty against Apache Junction.
Always dangerous when the quarterback has to go out of that pocket. You do what you have to do to try and stop the defense from getting him. So 15-yard penalty, and a 1st and goal suddenly becomes 3rd down and about 26 or 27 yards to go. This is the 2nd time we've seen AJ in this predicament.
Yeah.
Badgers stopped him the first time, but as you've seen, AJ has the ability to get the ball downfield quick.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 23. The ball sitting at the Apache Junction 43-yard line.
4 wideouts, 2 on either side. Savoy in the backfield with Lemon Gallo. Every dangerous threat sitting back there. 3rd down. Let's see if the Badgers can hold. 3 wideouts now to the left. Lemon Gallo fades way back, a long throw to the left-hand side. Caught, and he slipped right there. Otherwise, might have made a little bit more, but back to about a 4th and 13 now, and that was, I think, that looked like Valenzuela, Ben Valenzuela.
You're right.
7.
It was Valenzuela.
So we'll give him 12 yards receiving, 3 receptions for him, 93 yards, including that 74-yard touchdown pass.
And they're not punting. They're going to go for it. The ball sitting on the Badger 49-yard line, 4th and about 14.
So here we go, a big test for the Badgers. If they can get this ball back, they will be very dangerous. It's a quick kick. Smart move, and this is going to pin the Badgers, but the ball bounces into the end zone, and it's going to be brought back to the 20-yard line. Good break for the Badgers.
Great break.
That ball on a turf field, I don't know. That might have fallen dead.
Yeah, and I mean, I certainly did not expect them to quick kick it there. They lined up like they were going to run a play, and consequently the Badgers had nobody back.
Yep, so it bounced, but it bounced a little too far. Now the Badgers have it on their own 20, 1st and 10, 14-7, 3:08 to play with here. The Badgers have the ability to move quickly. We've seen that hurry-up offense throughout the season. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Boy, if they can Badgers can put some points on the board before the end of the half, even if it's a field goal, I think that's a real momentum builder.
That would be fantastic. Here comes the pass. Quick pass, first down and more.
Brought down by Fiddler.
Let's see, it looks like
Jake Hilton.
Yep.
I'll tell you that it's open out in the flats. That ball was thrown out to the near side where we're sitting and picked up about 13 yards. It's 1st and 10 Badgers.
Jake Hilton looks like about 47 yards receiving tonight. 1st and 10. Here come the Badgers, and it looks like Leopold. I can't tell who that is. Right up the middle, and he gets loose. Down and way into Apache Junction territory and finally brought down about the 20-yard line. That was Hilton, I think.
Was that Hilton?
I couldn't quite tell who that was.
Or was it Tenette?
Oh, it could have been Tenette. Uriah
I think
Tenette.
it was Tenette.
And now Apache Junction calls a timeout. There's a player down on the field.
Tenette was the quarterback, and he made a tremendous fake to Leopold. Everybody thought Leopold had the ball in the middle of the line, and Tenette ran right around right in and ran the ball, gosh, what are we talking?
24, 34, about 40 yards.
I think it was 40 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10 Badgers at the Apache Junction. It looks like 24-yard line.
My goodness. Well, they're tending to the player down there. 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and all of a sudden, on the 24, the Badgers, I mean, now they can take their time just a little bit and think about how they want to handle this.
Well, the Badgers have all 3 timeouts left.
That's true.
And so with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, they certainly have time to get the ball in the end zone.
Apache Junction player up and limping, but on his own, and it looks like he's going to shake that off. So good to see there. So far, very lucky for both teams on injuries. Just a couple of prospector players who were down for a few moments. So far, so good. And I know the Badgers are missing Alex Vaughn tonight, out for the season with an injury a few weeks ago. They've got a lot of weapons, the Badgers do, but Alex Vaughn was a big one. 2 minutes, 40 seconds, 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Here we go. The Badgers line up into the Wildcat position. Jackson in the backfield, hands off to Leopold, who moves around the right-hand side looking for daylight. Nothing but about 2 yards there for Leopold.
Again, trying to run off tackle and good pursuit by the defensive line and the linebackers for the prospectors.
13 carries, 42 yards for Leopold tonight. Of course, he pulled off that big 12-yard run and then the touchdown earlier. 2nd and 8. This time, that looks like Uriah Tenette around the right-hand side on the Wildcat, and he manages about 7 yards.
Boy, it's close to the first down stick over there. If he doesn't get it, it's really close. It looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 1.
Tenette, 4 carries, 77 yards tonight for him. That 40-yard carry earlier, that a big breaker here. 1:37 and the clock is ticking. 3rd down and 2. Big play. Hiked straight back to Leopold. He's hung up at the line. Kelly, it's going to be close.
It is going to be close.
We're going to call 2 yards on this, but will this be enough for a first down? 1:19 to go.
First down, Prescott.
And they're going to call first down. 1st and 10, 1:17 to go here in the first half. The Badgers threatening and only down by 7.
Looks like the ball's sitting at about the 13-yard line.
Clock resumes. 1st and 10, about the 13. So the Badgers have 3 timeouts. They've got time. They can take their time. Moving into a wideout situation. Leopold right up the middle, and again, probably a few yards, and that's it.
They're probably going to need to take a timeout here.
Yep, and there it goes. 52 seconds remaining. Prescott takes their first timeout. 2nd and 8. Down at the 11-yard line. Hey, folks, don't forget, we've got ASU football tomorrow. Pregame 11:15, kickoff at 12:15. Be sure to join us. And tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District. Every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit. Be sure to go to PrescottSchools.com for more information on that.
Jason, I am really impressed with the Badgers. I mean, the first quarter, it was dominated by Apache Junction, and the Badgers have made some adjustments defensively. They've also been aided on a couple holding penalty calls. But the Badgers, I mean, they look like there was a possibility they could get blown out in this game.
Yes.
And yet the Badgers have responded here in the second quarter.
When you look at Cody Leopold, he pulled off a 9-yard run, and then no gain, -1, no gain, -2, 1-1. So, I mean, that will kill the offense. Okay, 2nd and 8 on the 11, 52 seconds remaining. The handoff to Leopold along the right-hand side. He breaks through the line. He's going to make it up to the goal line, and they're going to call him down at the 1.
But it will be 1st and goal. It's a first down.
1st and goal at the 1. We'll call it about a 10-yard gain. Cody Leopold through sheer guts, carrying a couple of prospectors on his back. My goodness gracious. And now a timeout, the last timeout for Apache Junction, with 34 seconds remaining and a 1st and goal on the 1. Kelly, what do? You give it to Leopold, which is exactly what they expect.
Well, I was always told when I was a young guy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give it to Cody, and tell the line to get a good surge at the line of scrimmage and get him in the end zone.
That's right. Well, you're listening to Prescott Badger Football live on the news, 1490 and 103.5 FM. This is KYCA Prescott, translator K278CN Prescott. It's 8 o'clock on an absolutely beautiful night in downtown Apache Junction, and the Badgers are threatening as never before on the 1-yard line. You're right, Kelly. The whole momentum of the game has shifted with those penalties and with the Badgers' defense finally starting to make some plays and the offense getting going.
Yeah, it's a tale of 2 quarters here in the first half. The Prospectors won the first quarter, and the Badgers are winning the second quarter. So here we go.
Here we go on the line. It looks like Cody Leopold in the backfield alone on the Wildcat. 1st and goal, straight up the middle, down to the left, and he walks into the end zone, and we've got a new game here. The Badgers score with 28 seconds remaining in the first half.
Great blocking on the left side of the Badger offensive line allowed Cody to virtually walk in the end zone, as Jason just referred to.
Wow. What a play. And that's exactly what you expect from Cody Leopold. We'll call it a yard. That's 57 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight for Cody Leopold, finally getting his footing on this turf. 28 seconds remain here in the first half. Badgers getting ready to try and tie it up. The AJ crowd now silent as the ball goes right through the uprights, and we've got a tie game. 28 seconds remaining in the first half. Badgers, AJ tied at 14. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, this is Kay, Water Resource Project Manager with the City of Prescott. Whether you plan to leave for an extended period of time over the winter or stay in your home, our city website provides tips on how to winterize your property. Freezing temperatures can lead to freezing pipes. A burst water pipe will waste water, affect your water bill, and lead to costly repairs. With careful planning, you can save money. Do your part to be water smart. For more information, visit PrescottWater.com.
And we're back here at Apache Junction High School. Kelly Cordes, Jason Zinzaletta, 28 seconds to go in the first half. Kelly?
I'm expecting some kind of a squib kick on this kickoff, especially after the Apache Junction quarterback ran the last kickoff back about 40, 45 yards.
That was really a great run, and you were beginning to wonder if he was going to start breaking through and getting down into Prescott territory.
Yeah, so we'll see what kind of a kick Cole Gross does here on the kickoff.
Ball at the 40, 28 seconds to go. Prescott has 2 timeouts, by the way. You got to wonder at a turnover what could happen. Here goes the kick way downfield. They'll field it at the 10, and here we go. Prospectors up the middle, and the Badgers, wow, bring them down right at the 25-yard line. Beautiful play, number 54 for the Badgers. Cameron Brown for the Prescott Badgers.
Yeah.
What a hit.
Great hit. By the way, his dad is the superintendent of the Clarkdale School District.
Oh, my goodness, okay.
Danny Brown.
Well, we're happy to have him at Prescott High School tonight. So.
Yeah.
14-14 is the score. The Prospectors, you got to wonder with 22 seconds and no timeouts, what are they going to try here with 4 wideouts?
Well, you know, they're probably going to pass the ball here.
They know they can get it downfield against the Badgers. Nothing doing. A long pass now along the sideline, and that's going to fall incomplete.
He threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, had to.
He was getting pressure.
And that's the thing. The Badgers are finally making it into the backfield.
Yes. There's some penetration going on, isn't there?
Yep, finally. 15 seconds to go, and obviously Apache Junction is going to try and make something of this. They know they can strike deep against the Badgers, but now the Badgers are ready for it.
Badgers are kind of halfway in a prevent defense here. They don't have as many people up at the line of scrimmage. In fact, they only have 3 down linemen, and they usually have 4.
3 wideouts, now 4 wideouts over to the right-hand side for Apache Junction. The throw right down the middle, and that is incomplete. Apache Junction wanting to know if that was a flag. They were calling for it. Oh, there is a flag. Hang on. And that was back at the line of scrimmage, I believe. Where was that penalty? And it's a penalty on Apache Junction.
Great coverage by Jack Mason, defensive back for the Badgers.
Now, wait a minute. No, this is a penalty on the Badgers, and I wonder, it's a 10-yard penalty, enough for a first down for Apache Junction.
They called a defensive holding penalty, 10-yard penalty.
There you go. 11 seconds remain, 1st and 10, and they are at their own 35-yard line. 65 yards to go for the end zone. 4 wideouts, 3 on one side, and here comes Lamangallo, a long pass along the left sideline. Got it and out of bounds. They're going to call that for a first down.
You really have to do a prevent defense now. The ball is sitting on about the Apache Junction 48-yard line here. There's only 4 seconds left. This is where you really drop some people back.
Yeah, this is dangerous. And now apparently they've called another timeout. We must have lost count somewhere, but apparently they're good. So this will be the final timeout for Apache Junction with 4 seconds remaining. Kelly, like you said, this is dangerous territory for Prescott.
Yes. Well, you know, there's only time for one more play, fortunately, for the Badgers. And this is where you drop a couple extra people back. And it'll be interesting to see what kind. You know, it's going to be a pass play on the part of the Prospectors. It's just a question of what kind of a pass play they're going to come up with.
Okay, so 4 seconds to go. Folks, stay with us at halftime. John Rust has been kind enough to record a couple of interviews, the senior spotlight today and the halftime interview, so please stay tuned for that. We're looking forward to a couple of great interviews for the halftime show. Score is tied at 14, 4 seconds remain. And so you got to wonder what is going to be up AJ's sleeve. They've got time for one play. If they're really lucky, maybe 2, but I think this might be it.
Again, the ball sitting at the AJ 47-yard line.
First down.
1st and 10. The Badgers have, it looks like, about 4 in the secondary and a man-on-man over on the right-hand side. Savoy in motion in the backfield. He's moving over to the left. So they've got 5 going down the field. Badgers threatening. It looks like they've got him wrapped up, and the Badgers are going to get their first sack of the game. And they're going to call him down. It looked like he tried to get rid of the ball, and that was
He was down on one knee, and then he lateraled the ball.
You can't do that.
And he was down. So
Yep. So they called him down, and that's a loss We'll call it a sack for the Badgers. How about that?
Definitely a sack.
So, Kelly, here we are at halftime, 14-14. You got to think that the momentum has definitely swung in favor of the Badgers.
Just getting ready for practice right now.
Yeah, and hard to believe that in a couple more weeks, it will be basketball season here at Prescott High School. And I know for the boys' side, you had a great season last year, but quite a few of those guys who helped you with that, get that great season, they've departed due to graduation. So how are things looking with the team now?
Right now we're looking good. I know we lost some good guys last year, Jason, Parker, all them. But we have a couple sophomores that are coming in, and yeah, we're just looking like our team chemistry is really up right now. We're really close with each other, and we're just waiting for the football kids to come back. I hope they win Friday, or I hope they win, but I'm ready for them to come back.
And, of course, I mean, for yourself and, for Uriah, I mean, both you guys were pretty big contributors on varsity last year as freshmen. Talk about what that was like for you guys, not just starting high school, but here you are, your first year of high school, and you're playing a big role in the success of the varsity team.
At first, I was nervous, about expectations, but then I came in, and once we all started playing, I realized it was just the same old basketball, and, just got to play my game, not worry about my grade. I'm still the same level as everyone else, so. Yeah.
And I know that, like you said, you lost quite a few guys from last year. I mean, Jason Parent, 1,000 points in his career. The Jex brothers helped you guys out a lot this year. So talk about what it's like now this year, as I guess you guys might be taking on some new roles out there on the court.
I think it'll be a good experience for all of us. And I know we lost Jason and all them, but now we have some new contributors, and me and Uriah will be able to kind of break out more, and everyone else.
So, again, last year was a pretty successful season for you guys. What do you feel it's going to take this year to have that same kind of success, maybe even have more success?
I think we can definitely have more success this year, bring up our team chemistry, and just start moving the ball and be able to trust everyone and know everyone can score, everyone can play defense. It's all built on trust right now.
So after what you've seen in practice, considering who's coming back, what do you think could be the big strengths for Prescott this year?
I think last year we were really tall, and this year we're still pretty long. And definitely our scoring and our passing ability has improved from last year, I would say.
So December 2nd, opening night, you guys are going to be down at Mountain Ridge, I believe. So how much are you looking forward to that night?
Oh, I'm ready. Playing at their 6A school, I'm ready to prove everyone, I know we're going to be the underdogs coming in, but I'm ready to win and just start the season off right.
All right. Well, Zane, I want to thank you very much for joining us here on the Halftime Show. Best of luck this season. And, of course, we'll be following you on KYCA, everything that the Prescott boys basketball team will be doing this year.
All right. Thank you.
It's about 8:30 on an absolutely beautiful night down here in Apache Junction. AJ getting ready to kick off to the Badgers. And, Kelly, what do the Badgers have to do? Just keep doing what they're doing?
Keep doing what they were doing in the second quarter.
Yep.
And if the Badgers can do that, they're going to win this ball game. I think one of the things that you have to look out for is what kind of adjustments will Apache Junction make this second half.
Cody Leopold, 17 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns as the kickoff comes down to the 20, and here come the Badgers. Quick run over to the right-hand side, turning the corner and up to the 30, to the 40, and finally out of bounds. The Badgers will start on their own 42-yard line.
And I believe that was Uriah Tenette again, and good run back. The Badgers are going to start this possession in decent field position. It looks like the ball is on the 38?
Now back to the 38, 39-yard line.
Yeah.
Must have tripped out of bounds right there, but a great run back. And the Badgers in good position if they can take advantage of this and keep that momentum. Going to be huge.
I think it's a mixture of running plays and short passing plays that they were doing in especially the second quarter. I think that's the answer for the Badgers.
Jackson Rice 10 for 12, 113 yards passing so far tonight, and a quick throw over to the left-hand side. Couldn't quite see who that was. Those Badgers move fast. Tenette, Uriah Tenette again for about 4 yards on the reception. He has 81 yards receiving on 5 carries tonight, 5 receptions.
Badgers have it at about the 43.
2nd and 6, moving the ball. We're just starting the second half. Game tied at 14. On the Wildcat, Tenette over on the right-hand side. First down and more. He makes it across midfield and down to the HA 45-yard line. Looks like he lost the ball, but they're going to call him down.
Yeah, I think I don't think that was a fumble. I think the ground caused that fumble, but he quickly recovered the ball. So, but the Badgers have it 1st and 10 in Prospector territory at the 45.
Looking good so far, looking poised. And the clock running now. 1st and 10 for the Badgers. Leopold gets the snap up the middle through the line, and he's going to get a good gain on this one, about 7 yards on the play, maybe 8.
Great gain on 1st down, just running it over left tackle. Again, good line play on the left side of the Badger offensive line. It's going to bring up 2nd and the scoreboard says 4. I would say it's 2nd and 3.
18 carries, 65 yards for Leopold tonight. Again, he takes the snap up the middle through the line. He's got daylight. He's around the corner, and I think they're going to give him about 10 yards on that one, maybe about 12. And Leopold finally getting his feet in this game.
It looks like the ball's going to be placed all the way down at the 25. 1st down, 1st and 10 Badgers at the 25. Again, Leopold probably with about a 15-yard gain.
12 yards on that.
12 yards?
Yep, 12 yards on that. 77 yards for him tonight, 2 touchdowns. And here we go, 1st and 10 for the Badgers as they are moving at will so far here in the 3rd quarter. With the snap again and again on the Wildcat. Around the left-hand side, nothing doing there, and it's going to be a loss of about 2. Couldn't quite tell who that one was.
That was Tenette, I believe.
Yeah, that was Tenette. Uriah Tenette, number 9. Loss of about...
Are you actually going to pick up a yard, Jason?
They're going to give him a yard on that one.
Gave him a yard.
So 2nd and 9, 24-yard line, and again, they are threatening now. Badgers with 3 wide out on the right-hand side. Quick throw, and that goes to Tenette. Tenette going to be turning the corner on the right-hand side near the 1st down, and he's finally fought out of bounds. Did he make it?
Caught the pass out in the flat, Jason. Tenette did, and then was hit by a would-be tackler and got away from him and ended up gaining about another 4 or 5 yards.
So I'm thinking a 3rd and just about 1 yard there, about a 9-yard gain. Leopold in the Wildcat now in the backfield. Looks like they're going to snap it to him. And here he comes. Caught behind the line. I don't think he got it. They're going to give him maybe half a yard, and I don't think that's going to be enough.
Ball's going to be right out the 15-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about 1.
Okay, well, the Badgers have to go for this. I mean, they're down on the 15-yard line with a tie score and the clock running. So here we go, and AJ on their feet. This is a biggie. Jack in the backfield. Looks like they're going to hand it to Leopold. He crashes into the line.
I'm not sure he made it.
It's going to be an interesting placement. Let's see what happens. They're going to unpile the pile.
I think it's going to be Apache Junction ball.
The defense for Prescott already starting to come out onto the field. And they're signaling 1st down for the Apache Junction Prospectors.
Good stop by the defensive front of Apache Junction. The Badgers just were not able to get a hole that Cody Leopold could run through and pick up the 1st down.
Well, now that's going to be an interesting shift towards Apache Junction. They're on their own 15, but they stopped the Dreadnought. Let's see what happens here. If they can make something of this with 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, 14-14 tie. Out of the gun and moving over to the right. Intercepted.
Oh, that might have been intercepted.
Yep, they're calling it
an interception. They're calling an interception. Who is that?
Oh my goodness.
Is that Cole Gross?
Number 11.
That's Cole Gross.
Cole Gross with the big interception for the Badgers. And almost a no-look interception. He caught it over his shoulder and went right out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
The ball was underthrown, and Cole read that really well, broke right in front of the receiver, right in front of the Apache Junction bench. And the Badgers have it 1st and 10 on the turnover on the Prospector 32.
Just about as pretty of an interception as you could ask for. That was just beautiful. 1st and 10, Jackson fading back to pass, throw right down the middle. There's Hilton, and he gets loose, and he's going to be pulled down finally about the 12-yard line. Jackson Rice. And I think they're going to give him about a 20-yard gain there. Hilton.
Yeah, and Hilton's down. I wonder what he kind of went down awkwardly, and you wonder. Usually that's a knee or an ankle.
Not good. Hilton has 67 yards receiving on 5 receptions tonight. Jackson Rice with 146 yards passing. Hilton's moving, but he's in pain. That's definite.
That'll be a blow to the Badgers if he can't continue.
Big time. I mean, they're going to have to rely a lot more on their running game if Hilton has to sit out for a little bit. And you're hoping that it's not going to be long. I mean, first injury tonight for the Badgers. And,
When play resumes, by the way, the Badgers will have it 1st and 10 on about the 12 or 13-yard line.
Jackson Rice has been very effective, 146 yards passing tonight. Only a couple of incompletions, and now here comes Hilton. Hilton is being helped off the field. He is limping badly on that right leg, but the fact that they didn't carry him off is a good sign.
Yeah,
but,
we'll see if he will be able to come back. Hopefully he will.
He needed some help getting off of the field. We'll see. So 7:48 remaining here in the third quarter. 14-14 tie. Badgers 1st and 10 down on the 12-yard line of Apache Junction. Apache Junction, one offensive play so far in the second half, and that was the interception.
So in the turnover department, it's 1-1.
Yep. But Kelly, as you said, it's ball control, and so far it's been the Badgers after the first quarter.
It certainly has. As we mentioned early before the game started, time possession was going to be big, especially when you have two teams that really rely on the rush. However, in this ball game, so far, since the start of the second quarter, the Badgers have really relied on the pass.
Yep, but overall, if you're looking at the running game, Isaiah Savoy, 11 carries, 51 yards overall, and a 17-yard carry on his first carry.
Yeah.
Whereas we look at Cody Leopold, who's finally found his footing, 21 carries, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Dreadnought tonight. And at 11 at the 12-yard line, he is incredibly dangerous. So
boy, this is a great opportunity for the Badgers to score here.
Tenette lining up in the Wildcat. Cody Leopold standing right next to him. And Leopold's going to lead Tenette along the left-hand side. Tenette through the line, down to about the 5. He's fighting his way to the goal line. I don't think he's going to make it, but that's going to be close to a first down at about the 3.
Yeah, inside the 5. It's going to be about 2nd and 1, I think. 2nd and 2.
26 yards rushing for Tenette tonight, 12 yards passing, 1 for 1 there, and receiving 90 yards. So he's been busy tonight. Now you got to think it's going to be Leopold. Tenette in the Wildcat, Leopold next to him. Nope, Leopold's going to lead him along the right-hand side. Tenette walks into the end zone, and the Badgers have the lead.
Great block. Boy, there was a great block thrown by number 71 for the Badgers. I'm going to look up who 71 is. Tyson Gillette threw a great block that really opened that hole up for Tenette.
Wow. And now the crowd is quiet as the Badgers have scored 3 touchdowns, 21 unanswered points, 20, maybe 21. Unanswered points against Apache Junction, and this has been a shocked crowd since the end of the first quarter.
It sure has. Been all Prescott.
Extra point attempt right now. Here comes the snap. Just a moment anyway. The kick is up right through the middle, and it's good, and the Badgers lead 21-14 with 5:59 remaining in the third quarter. Oh my goodness, folks, we have a heck of a game going now. So stay with us here on the News 1490 KYCA Prescott. We've got more Prescott Badger football coming your way after a 30-second timeout. So stay with us here on the News, and we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
And we're back here at KYCA Apache. Junction High School, the Badgers 21 unanswered points. We're halfway through the third quarter, 21-14, and Kelly, they got to keep it up.
Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Tonight's game, I mean, has just been wonderful so far. Let's see if they can keep that up as the kick goes downfield to Apache Junction over to the right-hand side. They fielded at about the 12, and away we go. Trying to make the corner, no can do, and the Badgers, a host of Badgers, bring him down about the 23-yard line.
That was the best kickoff coverage so far tonight. Prospectors are going to start 1st and 10 at their own 23. Another Prospectors down on the field, I believe.
Not good. So 3 injuries now for the Prospectors. Haven't seen Jake Hilton yet. We're trying to keep an eye on the sideline over there.
He's over on a table. They're attending to him over on the end of the southern end of the bench.
I think my wife's right. I need glasses. You know, I'm trying to see over there.
But they're around him. It's hard to see him, but he's definitely on a table over there. And I would imagine it's either a knee or an ankle.
Well, with any hope, he'll be back tonight. And now the Prospector is up limping but moving on his own. So unfortunately for Prescott, Hilton seems to be the one with the worst injury tonight so far. 3 Prospectors have been down, but they've managed to make it out under their own recognizance here. So,
well, let's see how the Prospectors respond to the Badgers opening up the half with a touchdown after an interception.
Yeah, this is the thing. The Prospectors have not had the ball really in the second half. 6 minutes for the Badgers so far.
Exactly. Time of possession again.
So here we go, 1st and 10, about the 23-yard line. Savoy goes in motion. 4 players loading the left-hand side of the line. And here come the Badgers blitzing through. 3 Badgers in the backfield, a quick dump off, and they manages to get the completion, but no more than about 2 or 3 yards on that pass play. And
again, great coverage by the Badgers. I'm trying to read the number who made the tackle for the Badgers there. It looks like it's Cole Gross again, number 11.
Yep. So about a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. That was Ben Valenzuela. He's had 4 receptions for 96 yards and that long 74-yard touchdown earlier in the game. 5:17 and the clock is ticking. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 for AJ. A quick handoff to Savoy. He breaks along the left-hand side, and he is on his way to the end zone.
Nobody's going to catch him, I don't think.
I don't know. 3
well,
Badgers,
they are.
They caught up. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, a fumble. There's a fumble.
And a fumble. And the officials are signaling, hang on.
Are they ruling him down? He was tackled on about the 24-yard line of the Badgers. The ball did come out.
The Badgers are motioning first down, but I don't think they're going to get it. And another AJ player is down. I'm thinking that the officials are going to give the first down to Apache Junction.
We have not seen any kind of a signal yet.
They have not moved the chains. And the Prospector player still down right now, so they're going to bring the players off.
The question I have is that Isaiah Savoy who's down?
You have to wonder if he got hit hard enough to lose that ball. He's got good hands.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I was amazed that the Badgers were able to catch up to him. I thought he'd be gone.
Well, he hesitated down at about the 35-yard line, and that allowed 3 Badgers to get around him. They're going to give it a first down there, and they're going to put it on about the 25-yard line. So 49-yard run for Savoy, and that's been the bulk of his. That puts him at 100 yards rushing on 12 carries. But a 17-yard carry and a 49-yard carry.
Yeah.
That's 2 of his runs. He is.
So the ball, what is the ball down on about the 25, isn't it?
25-yard line, 1st and 10, AJ. I don't see Savoy. I think he came off the field for a play or two. So we'll see how this goes. But you know they've got some dangerous weapons back there. Lamanjalo taking and moving along to the right. A quick pass over, complete, down at about the 17-yard line. Not quite enough for a first down, but we'll call it about an 8-yard pass.
And that was Ben Valenzuela catching that ball for the Prospectors. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. Ball sitting at about the 17-yard line.
Well, I've lost count on my stats, so 2nd and 2, we'll just keep it rolling here. 5:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 21-14 Badgers, but Prospectors are suddenly on the move. Savoy is back in the backfield now. If he took a hit, he looks fine now. So a handoff to him straight up the middle. The Badgers saw that one and they got on him, but he still got the first down. And we'll say about 5, maybe 6 yards on that play. 7 yards, excuse me.
Yeah, going to be 1st and 10 for Apache Junction at the Badger 10-yard line.
So as I see it, 13 carries, 107 yards for Savoy tonight. And now the momentum is shifting real fast towards Apache Junction.
1st and goal.
Okay, yep, first
at
and
the
goal.
10.
Yeah, pretty much right at the 10. Okay, let's see what happens here. Savoy in the backfield, Lamanjalo on the gun. Prospectors wide out both sides. Here's going to be, and the Badgers get in the backfield. He dumps it off, but that's going to be incomplete. And Prescott just about got a 5 or 6 yard sack there, had his arms right around him.
Good pressure by the Badgers. The Badgers, they did a blitz. They sent a few more people.
They've been managing to get in that backfield more often than not in the past couple of several minutes, actually.
One of the things the Badgers coaching staff's doing a really good job of is the blitzes are coming from different areas in the secondary.
Yeah, that line that was so good for AJ in the first quarter is starting to collapse a little bit as Prescott is adjusting. 4:44 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Badgers a 7-point lead, 2nd and goal for AJ, and now a flag on the play. Got to think delay of game.
Well, they're going to call Badgers offside for being in the neutral zone.
Ooh. And that's half the distance right there. The 2nd and goal down on the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Costly one for the Badgers. Now they're going to have to bring that goal line defense in. This has all the hallmarks of a classic game. Playoffs down in the Phoenix. It's been a great one so far. 4:39 remaining, and the clock is ticking. AJ finally with the ball, 2nd and goal on the 5. Handoff to Savoy. Nothing doing there. I think the Badgers brought him down about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to mark it down at the 1. Okay, so it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1.
And the quick pass, it's right up the middle. They're trying a quarterback keeper, and I think, oh my gosh, there's a fumble, and the Badgers have the ball. They're running it back. Wait a minute.
Wow.
What happened? It looked like a quarterback keeper with Savoy leading the blocking, and all of a sudden one of the Badgers was running out of the end zone with the ball. So now the officials are conferring. No one has signaled for a touchdown, although it looked like he had made it across the goal line.
Where's instant replay when you need it?
Yeah. They're going to call a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
Obviously, they're saying the ball crossed the plane before the fumble occurred.
And a couple of the Badgers are very upset by this one. But you can bet they're going to hurry that extra point kicker out real fast before anybody decides to change their mind. And all of a sudden, we've got a brand new game here. The Badgers dominating the first half of the third quarter. And now Apache Junction a single kick away from tying the game once again. That left-footed kicker is in for the extra point here. And the kick is up, and a penalty flag.
Penalty flag.
No, he missed the extra point, but there's a flag on the field. So let's see what happened here.
If it's on Apache Junction, obviously the Badgers are going to decline it.
And now the extra point becomes all important if this holds.
Here comes the official. He's going to tell us here exactly what the penalty is.
Holding, clipping on the Badgers, or something like that, some sort of a personal foul.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure, Jason, exactly.
The initial call is a penalty against Prescott.
How do you get clipping on an extra point?
Yeah, on an extra point.
Interesting. And the official explaining himself to Apache Junction, of all people.
And the question is, are they going to go ahead and kick it, or are they going to go for two? Because it's half the distance. Usually the ball's put on the 3-yard line for an extra point. On a penalty, it would go down to the 1.5-yard line.
So here they're lining up for a kick again, but you're right, Kelly. Oh, you're talking 4.5 feet. Surely something may be up. Here comes the snap to the kicker, and this time it's right
good.
through. Okay, so now an opportunity for Prescott goes away, and now the score is tied once again, 21-21. 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back with more of the 4A playoffs right after this.
Inflation is taking a toll on our families throughout Yavapai County. Hunger is a sad side effect when our economy is in trouble. This is Lynn Passfield with the Yavapai County Food Bank. Make a difference today by donating to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Be part of the solution in helping to end hunger. Donate by sending checks to Yavapai County Food Bank, P.O. Box 4151, Prescott 86302, or give us a call at 928-775-5255. That's 928-775-5255.
And we're back here at Apache Junction High School. Jason Zenzaletta, Kelly Cordes. 4:07 remaining third quarter, 21-21 all. Kelly, now what?
Well, the Badgers need to get back to executing the offense the way they've been for a quarter and a half and take the ball down the field in any way you can. Obviously, I'd prefer a time-consuming drive and get the lead back.
Exactly. The Badgers very, very capable of doing exactly that. With 4:07 remaining, here comes the kick. And the Badgers are back with the ball starting at the 20-yard line, and the reception comes right up, and they knock him right out of bounds up to about the 31-yard line of the Badgers. So that's where we're going to start.
And again, Uriah Tenette receiving the kickoff.
Tenette doing a little bit of everything today.
So it looks like the ball's going to be placed at the Badger 31-yard line where they'll start this drive.
All right. Folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Arizona Seamless Gutters. Quality people, products, and service you can trust. Call 928-778-8800 18-18 for great gutters. And by the way, tonight's game is also sponsored in part by the City of Prescott, offering beautiful lakes, hiking trails, and recreational parks. We are everyone's hometown and Arizona's Christmas City. That's coming up soon, folks. 1st and 10. The Badgers on their own 31-yard line, 21-21 tie here late in the third quarter. Quick pass by Jackson over to the right-hand side. Jackson Rice got a completion, maybe about a yard on that play.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 9. That play has worked, but really good pursuit on the part of the Prospector secondary to limit that play to 1 yard.
2nd and a long 9 here. 3:38. The clock is ticking here in the third quarter. Plenty of time. Nobody in a hurry just yet. In the Wildcat, Leopold along the right-hand side, breaks through the tackles and in through the line and makes about, we'll call it, say about 7 yards on that play. 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Yeah, again, he made a good cutback after going around right in, made a good cutback and picked up a good 6-7 yards.
Quick offensive lineup, 3rd and about 2.5. Again, Leopold along the right-hand side, through the line, 1st down and more. Leopold, my goodness, dragging everybody with
fumbled.
him. Oh, no, he fumbled the ball. Badgers are saying they've got it back.
He fumbled the ball as he was making a 3rd and 4th effort. That's what happened. And it looks like the Badgers did recover right in front of the Badger bench on the far side of the field.
They're not looking too worried. Some of the Badgers immediately said 1st down. So a 15-yard gain for Cody Leopold. That puts him up to 100 yards on 23 carries tonight, 2 touchdowns. And this is what they've wanted Leopold to do. He's finally got his footing, and he's just breaking through the line, and we've got an official timeout right now.
Yeah, there was one of the Apache Junction players was, in fact, he's coming off now with a slight limp, one of their defensive linemen.
Okay, 1st and 10. Badgers, quick pass to the left-hand side, and that's caught. And quickly brought down about a 5-yard gain, maybe 6. And again, that was Uriah Tenette with the catch.
Again, another first gain, good gain on 1st down is what I meant to say. So it's going to be about 2nd down and 4. The ball sitting at the Apache Junction 40-yard line.
The clock continuing to run, 2:20 remaining here in the third quarter. The Badgers on the move. 2nd down and about 4. Uriah Tenette takes the ball through the middle of the line. 1st down for the Badgers and more. Tenette with about a 9-yard gain right there and enough for a 1st down.
One of the defensive backs for Apache Junction really closed on him quick. I thought he was going to go for all the way for a while. He looked pretty open.
That was some good blocking, opening up that line like
yes.
that. You haven't seen that much tonight. Both lines have looked really good on defense.
So the ball sitting at the Apache Junction 31, 1st and 10 Badgers.
1:51 remaining. The Badgers on the move and eating up the clock. Jackson hands off to Leopold right through the middle of the line. 1st down and more. And Leopold, let's call, say, about 12 yards on the play and a 1st down.
The ball's down. They're placing the ball down at the 15-yard line. Another big hole that the left side of the Badger offensive line opened up.
The blocking has been superb here in the last 2 quarters for Prescott. And just the holes opening for Leopold, 112 yards for him now tonight. Back to Leopold once again on the handoff, right through the middle of the line, and he bulls his way for about another 7 yards.
One of the keys to this drive is they're getting good yardage on 1st down.
Yes, and that's huge. 2nd, we'll call it about 6 yards on that play. About 7. I would say about 7. 2nd and 3 now, down on about the 10-yard line. Let's see what they can make do here. And a handoff to Leopold along the left side, down to the 5 and into the end zone.
Touchdown. Again, another great blocking on the left side again.
Wow. Cody Leopold, 10-yard run, I think about 10 yards, right? Say about 10?
I'm gonna say about 9.
About 9. Let's call it 9.
Yeah.
128 yards, 3 touchdowns on 26 carries tonight. And Leopold has meant everything to the Badgers here late in the game. 27-21, 39 seconds remaining, and you've got to understand AJ's only had the ball for about 2 minutes this quarter. Here's the snap, the kick. Up the middle, a little bit short, but still good over the crossbar.
He didn't get it all, but he got enough of it to get it through the uprights.
He got enough, and that's what counts. So, folks, with 39 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Badgers 28, Apache Junction 21. We'll take a 30-second break and be back right after this.
Hey, it's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals, with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
Back here at Apache Junction High School, Jason Zinzaletta, I almost said John Rust. Jason Zinzaletta, Kelly Cordes. Kelly, 28-21, and the Badgers have just eaten up the clock in the third quarter.
Again, I'm impressed that the Badgers responded after the Prospectors scored. Yay. You know, when you're playing championship football, you answer the bell, and the Badgers have been doing that for the last 2 quarters.
So the kickoff, 39 seconds remaining, and a big long kickoff down to about the 15-yard line. One bounce, and here we go. Up to the 25, 30, through the middle of the line, and finally brought down by the Badgers around the 31, 32-yard line. And so now Apache Junction, you got to be thinking, Kelly, I mean, you can't stop Leopold at this point. You got to get points on the board quickly, and they did it earlier in the quarter.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how much the Prospectors get their big running back, Isaiah Savoy, involved here.
So 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Just about 31 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Lemongiel in the gun, gives it to Savoy right up the middle, and he gets a first down and more. Finally brought down by a host of Badgers right at midfield, and Savoy will call about an 18-yard gain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ball going to be placed right at midfield.
Isaiah Savoy with 15 carries, 129 yards. Now he's clicking like we expected him to. 17, 16, 15. Don't know if they're going to get one more playoff. I think they're going to want to. Hymangia in the gun. Gets the playoff. Handoff to Savoy up the middle again. He's going to make a first down and more. Savoy about a 15-yard gain as time expires here in the third quarter. And all of a sudden, they're on the move.
They are on the move, no, most definitely.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break here at the end of the third quarter. With the score, Prescott 28, Apache Junction 21. KYCA fans, don't go anywhere. 12 minutes of football remaining after a 30-second break here on the News 1490. Stay with us.
With Olson's for healthy animals. Badger football has always been special because the young folks out on the field have worked hard to get there. They've earned our respect. They practice long hours and aim for success. For them, good enough just isn't. It's the same for Olson's. We've worked for 43 years to earn our place in the feed and pet food markets of Chino, Prescott, Dewey, Humboldt, Flagstaff, and the Verde Valley. And our goal is the success of our customers and their animals. Let's go Badgers!
Okay, folks, fourth quarter just about underway here at Apache Junction High School. Prescott 28, Apache Junction 21. Kelly, this is the tale of the ground game today. Savoy for Apache Junction, 144 yards on the ground. Cody Leopold, 128 yards and 3 touchdowns.
2 of the better backs in Class 4A, no doubt about it. The question is this game going to come down to whoever has the ball last?
And it's certainly looking that way. So here we go. Underway, the Prospectors down on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for AJ. The handoff to Savoy, hits the line and manages to spin for about 4 more yards down to the 31.
They are definitely involving him much more than they did in the second quarter or earlier in the third quarter.
They were effective without involving him, but still, it's a different team now. Lamongello keeps the ball along the left-hand side. He's going to run out of bounds around the 20-yard line.
Going to be a first down.
Yep, more than enough for a first down there.
They're going to place the ball on right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Prospectors.
They're on the move. Hey, folks, tonight's game sponsored in part by the Yavapai County Food Bank. They're making a difference since 1992. Be sure to make the donation today. Thanksgiving's just around the corner. Visit yavapaifoodbank.org. 1st and 10, 11 and a half minutes to go. Down on the 20-yard line is the Prospectors of the Badgers, and they're on the move. Savoy has been carrying this team on his back here on this play, and now there's a flag on the field, and it's going to be false start on Apache Junction. Wow.
Ball's going to be backed up to the 25-yard line of the Badgers. It'll be 1st and 15.
Now again, a tale of the two running backs. Savoy, 17 carries, 147 yards tonight. But Cody Leopold, 26 carries, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's been the game breaker right there for the Badgers. 1st and 15 for AJ on the Badger 25-yard line. And out of the gun, Lamongello goes right up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards before he's brought down about the 21-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 11 at the 21.
All right, 2nd and 11. I'm sorry. Oh, folks, the winner of tonight's game in all likelihood is going to be going to Snowflake, where it's cold. And for next week's game on Friday, Thanksgiving football practically. 10:55 remaining. Here's the snap right up the middle. Lamongello again, 1st down and more. He cuts through, and it looks like he's going to get it into the end zone. He gets cracked right at the line, but falls in. And now it's 28-27 with 10:47 remaining in the game.
We were talking about the Badgers having good blocking. There was some excellent blocking on Apache Junction's part there.
I don't think he was touched the first 10 yards.
No, I don't think so either. One of the things that Apache Junction's doing is they're sending out 3 wide receivers on the wide side of the field, and it's really spreading the Badger defense out.
And I don't think he's thrown in that direction at all this game. Here comes the kick right through the middle, and we've got a tie ball game once again. Prescott 28, Apache Junction 28. Folks, don't go anywhere. We've got a long way to go on tonight's game here at Apache Junction High School. Folks, we hope you're enjoying tonight's game on the News 1490 KYCA. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
The kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Hello, this is Susan Morrison. That agent is here at House Chilson Insurance. Come see us today at 400 White Spar Road.
Back at Apache Junction High School, Jason Zenzaletta, Kelly Cordes, the AJ just kicks off to Prescott. Short kick, fielded at the 30-yard line, and right up the middle go the Badgers, finally brought down about the 40. So the Badgers with good field position and 10 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this tie ball game.
Yeah, the Badgers actually are going to start with decent field position here, Jason, at their own 40-yard line. I was surprised at the short kick.
Not a normal thing for either side today. Both kicking teams have been doing fairly well. If you really wanted a balanced, good playoff game, I mean, this is it. You couldn't have seeded this any better. Here come the Badgers out of the gun, 1st and 10. Quick pass over to the left-hand side, caught and first down and more. The Badgers pick up about 15 yards on that one. Ruben Solano with the receiver on that one. 15 yards and a first down for the Badgers at the AJ 45-yard line.
I will have to say the Badgers passing game has hurt AJ tonight.
Pretty severely, and as you said before, AJ was lining up 2 and 3 receivers every play on one side, but they haven't gone to that side yet. 1st and 10 Badgers, AJ 45-yard line. Here we go. And I'll bet you we've got a false start. Yep. False start.
False start.
Folks, tonight's game sponsored in part by the Badgers alumni Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona. He's offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona all the way since 1979. Another fine Badger sponsor. And tonight's game sponsored in part by the Frame and I in downtown Prescott, the best friend artwork ever had. Visit them at 229 West Gurley in Prescott. Quick pass over to the right-hand side, and that's enough for about 5 yards. Get him back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Levi Van Dyke, the receiver that time.
Boy, he was hit right away. I was surprised that he held on to the ball. Went down about 5 yards out in the flat on the near side of the field here and was able to catch the pass. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Good hands there, but the clock is ticking now. 9:45 remaining in the final quarter. We're tied at 28. You couldn't have asked for a better night and a better game, but now the Badgers have some work to do. Quick drop pass. Oh, hold on for it. That was Cody Leopold. He got the handoff, I believe.
It was a very good fake.
No, excuse me.
Very good fake by Jackson Rice.
That looked like Cleon McKelvey.
Yes.
Who?
McKelvey,
excuse me. He picked up, I would say, 22 yards on that one. My goodness.
Going to be 1st and 10 Badgers sitting at the 23.
Now the Badgers are moving and the clock is ticking. We're almost down to 9 minutes remaining. Leopold in the backfield behind Jackson Rice. And he gets the call, and oh my goodness, Leopold right up the middle. I think he almost got a first down on that one.
Big hole on the left side of the Badger line. Again, the left side of the Badger line, really the whole Badger line is doing a great job, but boy, that left side's really opening up some holes. Going to be 2nd and 1.
Again, Leopold in the backfield. He takes the ball left-hand side. Nothing doing this time.
Lost yardage.
Wow. Lost I'd say about 3 yards there.
Yeah. Gonna bring up 3rd, and I'm going to say 3, Jason.
Yeah, I think they gave him credit for a little bit of a comeback there. But the clock ticking, 9 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Excuse me. And a quick substitution for the Badgers, but I think they're moving into the Wildcat for a 3rd and 3 here. Can't tell who's in the backfield. Jackson Rice in the gun. And a handoff this time.
Not going to make it.
And I think a loss of about a yard. So now what do you do?
The question is, do you have Gross kick a field goal? I don't know.
We're looking at probably...
Going to be 4th and 3.
4th and 3. He's on the 17, so about a 30, about a 34
About a 33, 34-yard field goal, but they're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. Okay. I don't see Leopold. I think McKelvey looks like he's in the backfield. Play action pass over on the side, and I think that's enough for a first down.
It is
Leopold.
It is Leopold.
Jackson Rice with about a 5-yard pass to Leopold, who snuck in there as a tight end, I think.
Right over the middle, about 10 yards, and the Badgers have it 1st and goal, sitting at the 9.
All in big First down.
That's a huge play.
And the clock continues to run at 7 minutes to go. A touchdown here would be huge, but don't count out A.J. just yet. First and goal at the 9. Handoff to Leopold up the middle. He hits the line and maybe a yard on that one.
Maybe a yard is all.
We'll give him 1 on that one. 30 carries, 135 yards for Leopold tonight. He's been the workhorse, and not a sign of a limp after that injury a few weeks ago, so good on him.
Yeah, it's almost like the Badger coaching staff feels like they need to score a touchdown and not just a field goal here.
I think so. But now well within field goal range, and the clock continues to move. 5:15 remaining in the ball game. Leopold, as a halfback, leads the tackle. It's going to be a keeper for Jackson Rice, who gets up to about the 5-yard line. Prescott content to take their time, but A.J. has shown that they can strike quickly.
Yeah. We're going to bring up 3rd and goal at the 5. Be another interesting play call here on the part of the Badgers.
5:45 remaining in this game. The score is tied at 28, 3rd and goal at the 5-yard line for the Badgers. They'd better get this play off.
You wonder if they're going to call a timeout.
And there it is. Exactly, Kelly.
Yep.
Good call there. Timeout, and I think that's their first one of the second half.
It is.
Folks, be sure to tune in tonight. Of course, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District. Every child, every day. Support your Badgers with the Arizona tax credit. Go to PrescottSchools.com for more information on that. And tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Yavapai County Food Bank. They're making a difference since 1992. Be sure to make a donation today by visiting YavapaiFoodBank.org. Don't forget, Thanksgiving is Thursday. The Yavapai Food Bank needs your help. So please get a turkey, get the trimmings. Let's take care of everybody in need this year because there is so much out there this year. So Yavapai Food Bank, another fine Badger sponsor tonight. Let's show them a little bit of love, okay, folks? Kelly, 5:34 to go.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting play call here. I'm sure that's why the timeout was called, as coaching staff over there on the far side of the field was really contemplating on what should be called here. I almost think this is 4-down territory.
Absolutely. I mean, now you've got a good kicker. You're well within field goal range, but as fast as A.J. can run this ball. They're spread out. Here comes the play. Tenette moving over to the left-hand side, trying to see if they can find a hole. Nothing doing. Did he make it into the end zone? He did.
Touchdown. You know,
They haven't called it. Hang on. There it is. Touchdown for the Prescott Badgers.
He was hit at about the 3-yard line and bounced off actually 2 tacklers and finally he was not going to be denied.
My goodness. So with 5:24 remaining, the Badgers close out a long march down the field. And they're going to see if they can tack on an extra point and take a 7-point lead with just under 5.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Oh, folks, we are nowhere near finished here. Get that extra mug of cocoa and get ready because we got a long way to go here.
This extra point is big.
A.J. nearly had a miss, but the Badger penalty gave them a chance to put that point back on. Long snap, long kick, and it's good. Oh, 35-28 Prescott, 5:24 remaining.
Prescott True Value Hardware, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Hi, I'm Suzanne Springer. There's a reason we have this slogan, because it's true. Over the years, Prescott True Value has become so much more than just a great hardware store with full-service hardware, paint, tools, outdoor living, barbecues, and don't forget the kitchen shop. We are committed to making sure you find what you want and know what to do with it. We're living the slogan here at Prescott True Value on Miller Valley Road, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Go Badgers!
Back at Apache Junction High School, 5:24 remaining in the ball game. Prescott 35, Apache Junction 28. That was a scary extra point.
The Ryan Smith, the holder for Cole Gross, actually had to catch the snap on his right side, bring the ball back over to his left side, and place it down for Cole Gross to kick it. Great job by Ryan Smith.
In a game like this, the extra point becomes dangerous.
Yes.
But Prescott's pulled it off, and now they're going to kick the ball away, and we'll see what Apache Junction can do with 5.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Long kick, a high short kick actually. AJ's going to field it at about the 28, and they call for a
fair catch.
Yeah.
Which you 3 or 4 years ago you couldn't have done that on a kickoff, but now you can.
A little bit of a safety issue, I think,
yeah,
for the high school teams. So now the AJ Prospectors have it on their own 28-yard line, and the way Savoy has been running lately, he has reeled off some big runs. He has 17 carries for 147 yards. He's getting his stride now in the fourth quarter.
And he's right beside the quarterback there. You know he's going to get the ball a large majority of the time here.
1st and 10. Hand off to Savoy right up the middle. Bounces off a tackler or two, but then nothing doing there. I think they're going to give him about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, going to be 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Let everybody know the Badgers have 2 timeouts left, but Apache Junction has all 3 of their timeouts left to go. Left in the second half.
You got to think. I mean, AJ wants to run the clock down, which they're doing, but is it going to be enough? Out of the gun, 2nd and 5, rolling to the right, a long pass downfield, and it's caught. But Valenzuela picks up the first down, about an 8-yard gain over on the right-hand side.
Went out into the flat, caught the pass about 10 yards down the field, right out in front of the Badger bench. So it's going to be 1st and 10, AJ at their 43.
And again, that spread offense, drawing out the Badgers, as you said, Kelly,
yeah,
but he's just not throwing on that side of the field.
Exactly.
You got to think that weapon is going to come into play at some point. 1st and 10 for AJ at their own 42-yard line. 4:39 remaining in this ball game. The Badgers holding a 7-point lead. Savoy takes the delayed handoff, and he's around the left-hand side and across midfield. 1st down and more. The Badgers have him cornered at the 30, and he steps out of bounds.
He shed several tacklers.
27-yard carry, and that brings him up to 179 yards on 19 carries.
The ball is being placed at the 31-yard line of the Badgers, 1st and 10. 4:27 left to go.
Wow. Both teams can strike quickly. The Badgers have reeled off several long drives here in the second half, but AJ's got plenty of time and all 3 timeouts. 1st and 10, 31-yard line. Lemongallo in the gun. 3 receivers on the right-hand side. He's going to take it right up the middle, and the Badgers were ready for him. He's not going to get to the line of scrimmage. Maybe that's about it. 2nd and 10.
Took the ball around left end, which was the short side of the field, and the Badgers had great pursuit. I'm not sure. I don't know if he gained anything. No gain. Going to be 2nd and 10.
4:04 remaining, and the clock is ticking, with the Badgers holding a 7-point lead. And again, every point important here. You got to think with Savoy in the backfield, if they score a touchdown, they got to go for 2, I would think. 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff to Savoy up the middle. The Badgers were ready for him. He still got about 5 yards, maybe, about 5 on that one. So 3rd and 5 for AJ.
Pickup of 4. 3rd and 6, ball on the 27.
Come on, guys, agree with me on one thing at least. You know.
We're going to call it 3rd and 5.5.
There you go. All right, I'll take that. And by the way, this is KYCA Prescott. You've been listening to a great game, and the time is ticking. 3:20 remaining here in this game. The Badgers ahead by 7. 3rd down, handoff to Savoy. No, he held on to it. Fumble in the backfield. The Badgers have it, and they. Oh my goodness! Leopold picked up the recovery and nearly broke it for a touchdown. And this game has just broken for the Badgers.
Turnover. Second turnover for the Badgers.
Wow.
The quarterback, Lemongello, basically was pressured. I thought he handed the ball off to Savoy. He didn't.
Right.
And one of the Badgers, and I wish I could replay because one of the Badgers made a good hit on him, and he fumbled the ball. And the Badgers have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 45 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left.
Now if you bring Cody Leopold out, let him do his work, the rest of the Badgers, this might do it if they can hold on to the ball. 1st and 10, a quick quarterback run along the left-hand side, and he's finally brought down. I think that was
Tenette
there. He gained about 7 on the play, and he's across midfield.
Another good gain on 1st down.
That was the key. You're right. That has been the key throughout the whole game.
It has been a key.
2:42.
Now, the question is, when is AJ going to start calling timeouts?
They've got all 3, right?
They've got all 3.
You've got to think if the Badgers continue to move, they're going to have to start if they think they're in a good situation. But that big 1st down run typically is enough to kind of, let's think about this. The Badgers letting the clock running down as much as they can.
Yep.
Quarterback keeper and the Wildcat, no can do there, and the Badgers lose about 3 yards, maybe about 2 yards on that.
Yeah,
they are at the 50, and there's an official timeout.
Going to bring up 3rd and 5, and I think AJ just called their first timeout.
They did. A good stop there for AJ. Of course they would call a timeout. Now they think they've got a chance here on 3rd and 5 for the Badgers right at midfield. Folks, tonight's game sponsored in part by a Badgers alumni, Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. And we want to thank all of our Prescott Badger sponsors throughout this long season. It's been the weirdest season I think we've ever seen for a great one because, let's see, we've had 2 games that ended on a Saturday, started on a Friday, ended on a Saturday. We've had 1 game that started at one football field and ended at another. We've had light issues. We've had lightning issues. I'm just happy we've had a couple of normal games at the end of the season.
Well, Missy Townsend, the athletic director at Prescott's very happy they found that short in the line leading to the light poles at Bill Shepherd Field.
And, folks, the winner of tonight's game, they're going to Snowflake, still with a 19-0 lead in the 4th quarter. 2:07 remaining here. The Badgers with the ball at midfield, an important 3rd and 5. The handoff to Leopold crashes the line. I think he got about 3 yards. And now you've got to call, and I think they just did call timeout.
Yeah, AJ just called their. I think they've got only 1 timeout left.
A minute 59 remaining. The Badgers with a 7-point lead, but now 4th and 2.
What do you do?
I was going to ask you. You don't ask me. Come on.
The ball's sitting at the 47 of AJ.
Yep. 4th and 2.
I think you go for it. And the reason I'm saying that is because the Badgers have had success running the ball, and especially off tackle.
Right.
Not so much running up the middle, but running off tackle. So we'll see if they get the ball to Cody Leopold, and let's see. They've got to get the ball over the 45-yard line in order to get a 1st down.
They do that. With 2 minutes to go and only 1 timeout for AJ, that's just about going to wrap it up.
It would wrap it up. And the Badgers are going for it.
Leopold in the backfield. This could be the season, at least for AJ and possibly for Prescott. There's the snap, handoff to Leopold around, and he makes it.
He made it.
A dive across the 45-yard line. 1st down for the Badgers.
Picked up about 5 yards, again going off left tackle.
And here goes a flag on the play. Could be a late hit or something. Let's see what happens. Hang on.
I think the flag was thrown after the play had been blown dead, don't you think?
Yes, I would say well after the dead ball here. So the Badgers, the whole sideline over there celebrating with a minute 53 to go. But this could be against Prescott after the end of the play. So let's see what happens here. No signal from the official just yet. Dead ball foul.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Badgers.
Whoops. Okay, so about a 10-yard, 15-yard
15-yard penalty.
But does that bring up a first down?
I think it does. If the play had been blown dead, it should be 1st and 10.
You would think. Let's see what
Let's
happens.
see what yeah.
Okay, so all important now.
The ball's sitting at the about the 43-yard line of the Badgers.
So based on a 15-yard penalty, that's a first down. They're counting it from where Leopold went down after a 5-yard gain.
They are moving the sticks.
Prescott will have the ball on its 43.
Again, the chain gang is going the wrong way.
Whoops. Okay, hang on just a
There we go.
Okay, yeah.
So it is 1st and 10 Badgers.
1st and 10, one timeout for Apache Junction. Leopold, 30 carries, 140 yards, 3 touchdowns, and probably the most important carry of his life for the Badgers, getting the first down here late in the game. Wow, Kelly, a minute 53 to go. Badgers handing off to Leopold, crashes the line again, and he breaks free. Looks like he's got a first down.
He's got a first down.
12-yard gain for Leopold.
What a game. That play went off the right tackle.
Wow.
And again, the right side of the Badger line did the job that time.
The clock is continuing to run, and AJ is not calling a timeout. I think this might do it. 152 yards for Cody Leopold.
Right now, the Badgers are going to take a knee.
Can't blame him. Victory formation for the Prescott Badgers with a minute 23 to go, and they're trying to hang on to this as long as they can.
Waiting for the back judge, the back referee, to start signaling. He starts waving his arms with 5 seconds left to go on the play clock.
A minute 10, there's the snap and a quick knee. 1:05 remaining, and the clock continues. Now there's a timeout on the field. Hang on just a moment.
Always want to thank our coaching staff.
And who called the timeout?
I thought Apache Junction had 1 timeout left. I was surprised they didn't call it before.
Yeah, there it is. There's the final timeout for Apache Junction. Okay, folks, if the Badgers hold on here, which it looks like they're going to, the Badgers will be at Snowflake next Friday night for the second round of the Class 4A state playoffs. We do not know if we're going to be able to do a live video stream yet. We'll be able to determine that probably around Monday or Tuesday. We got to talk to the AIA about this. There will definitely be radio coverage. You can expect John Russ to catch a flight from the hinterlands and come on back after being on assignment tonight. John, we miss you. You've missed a heck of a game here.
John, you got to go with us to Snowflake next Friday night.
That's right. And, folks, I'm going to tell you what. Snowflake is a tough team, and we've seen them. They're the number 2 team. They easily handled it. I think it was Arcadia, I believe, that they were playing.
Arcadia, they're playing tonight.
But it didn't matter. I'm going to tell you what. It doesn't matter. Excuse me. Hey,
Can we have you sit down?
Can you sit, please?
Thank
you. Okay, so a minute 3 remaining. Sorry, the AJ folks are still on their feet, watching their team finish up the season, and there goes the Badgers with another knee. Kelly, I don't care who won this game tonight. Snowflake's going to have their hands full next week.
There was a penalty flag, and there was something going on between a Badger and a prospector. It'll be interesting to see.
We've got, pushing and shoving here at the end, and not a way to end the game, that's for sure. But
let's see who the penalty's going to be. Obviously, it's going to be an unsportsmanlike penalty.
14, Thunderbird has upset number 3, Marcos Denise, 17-14.
Wow. Thunderbird, the number 14 seed, wins tonight.
Has eliminated numbers 11, St. Mary's, 13-7.
It's going to be 3rd down, and
56 seconds remaining, and you know the clock's going to start once the penalty gets called. The Badgers are going to take every tick off that clock that they can.
And Snowflake has defeated Arcadia 19-0.
And that's a final now. Snowflake 19-0 over Arcadia. So it looks like right now the Badgers will be in Snowflake next week. Again, folks, we're going to have radio coverage at least next week. Hopefully we'll have video coverage. It's an AIA issue at this point. We don't know, so we'll determine and let you know late next week.
The officials are still meeting. We have not seen a signal yet as to who this penalty is against. It might be on both teams.
It makes sense, pushing and shoving. And there we go. The ball, 5-yard penalty, I think, on sportsmanlike on Apache Junction.
That's a 15-yard penalty,
there
and
it
it's
goes.
an automatic first down.
Yep. And that ices the game right there. Yes, the Badgers were going to be able to run the clock out, but, I mean, that's it. And Apache Junction certainly had a heck of a game tonight. Savoy running the ball, I think, 20 times for 183 yards. Cody Leopold, 30 carries, 152 yards, but the all-important 3 touchdowns for the Badgers, and that made the difference.
I thought it in high school football that a personal foul penalty on one team that would cause an automatic first down to happen.
Well, 3rd down and 4 now for the Prescott Badgers. Yeah, exactly.
They did. They just wound the clock. The clock's moving.
45 seconds remains.
They're going to wait until that back judge starts waving his arm. He starts doing it with 5 seconds left to go on the play clock.
There goes the snap.
And that should be the game. Ball game.
That's it. That's going to do it. As the clock starts to tick down and the Badgers start celebrating on the far sideline. The Badgers with a 35-28 victory over Apache Junction, an upset of sorts down here at Apache Junction High School in the Valley. And the Badgers are going to Snowflake next week.
Let me tell you the significance of this, Jason. In the last 20 years, Prescott, the Badgers, have only won 3 playoff games in 20 years.
Okay.
One of them's tonight.
Wow. Wow.
One was last year against Bradshaw Mountain.
Correct.
And then the last time that the Badgers won a playoff game was in Tucson in 2006 against Tucson Sabino.
That's right. Oh, my gosh. It has been a while.
It's been a while.
And, folks, the Badgers are going to Snowflake, and it's going to be a heck of a battle over there. We'll give you game times and everything else later next week. And right now, as the handshakes continue at the 50-yard line, the Badgers are celebrating. What a contingent of fans over there on the other sideline, Kelly. And I tell you, they've been waiting a while for this one. It was a great game, a great playoff win last year against Bradshaw, but this one seems a bit sweeter.
This was regardless of what team a person was rooting for tonight, this was a good high school football game.